My fiancée snapped. Ugh, stop talking about kids, maybe with someone else. I said, oh? Then I booked a fertility consult, alone, and updated my will's beneficiaries. When she saw the attorney's email naming future children unknown, she finally asked who I was planning them with. I, 35 male, am sitting here with my laptop, estate planning documents spread across my dining table, and honestly, everything makes sense now. 3 weeks ago, my fiancée Cora, 33, and I were having dinner. Normal Tuesday. I mentioned my coworker just had his second kid, made some comment about hoping we'd have that someday. Pretty standard couple talk, right? Cora slammed her fork down. Ugh, can you stop talking about kids already? What? We've always planned on having them. Maybe you have. Maybe you should have them with someone else then. The casualness of it, like she was suggesting I try a different restaurant. Oh, what's that supposed to mean? Nothing. Just processing. She went back to eating. Subject dropped, but that sentence kept replaying. Maybe with someone else. Not, I don't want kids. Not, let's wait. Specifically suggesting I have them with another person. Present tense. While we're engaged. For context, kids were always the plan. First date, we talked about wanting families. When I proposed last year, we literally discussed timing. She wanted to wait until after the wedding, get settled, then start trying. I'd mentioned kids maybe once a month, usually in passing. Not obsessive. Normal future planning stuff. That night I couldn't sleep, kept thinking about her phrasing, the dismissiveness, the anger over something we'd supposedly agreed on. Wednesday morning, she acted normal. Kiss goodbye, have a good day, see you tonight. Like she hadn't just torpedoed our entire future planning. I made some calls that lunch break. Call 1. Fertility clinic, not for us, for me. Booked a consultation to discuss sperm banking and future planning as a single man. They had an opening Monday. Call 2, my attorney. Had him from a previous real estate thing, asked about updating my will. Current beneficiaries, Cora, 60%, my brother Dex, 40%. Wanted changes. Call 3, financial advisor, reviewing my premarital assets, making sure everything's properly documented as separate property. Cora came home that night all smiles, made dinner, talked about her friend's promotion. Zero mention of the kids comment. I played along. Thursday she brought up the wedding venue. Cora, so the deposit is due next week, $5. What do you mean, Just thinking about budgets. We already decided on this place. We decided on a lot of things. She gave me a look but didn't push. I didn't send the deposit. Friday, got an interesting text from her friend Piper. Hey, weird question. Cora said you guys aren't doing kids? But weren't you super into that? When did she tell you this? Like, months ago? She said you changed your mind. Months. Ego. Thanks for the heads up. Wait, you didn't change your mind? No. Oh shit. So Cora had been telling people for months that we weren't having kids, that I'd changed my mind, while telling me we'd start trying after the wedding. The deception was breathtaking. Update 1 Monday, hit different. Went to the fertility consultation alone. Weird experience. NGL. Doctor was professional, explained options for preservation, future family planning as a single parent or with a future partner. Set up an appointment for next week to bank samples. Insurance covers part of it, surprisingly. Got home to find Cora going through wedding magazines. Cora, where were you? You said you'd be home by 6. Appointment. Cora. What appointment? Medical thing. Are you sick? Nope. Planning for the future. She looked confused but dropped it. Went back to her magazines, circling centerpieces we'd never need. Tuesday, the attorney sent documents for review. New will structure. Brother Dex, 40%. Future children, biological or adopted, 50%. Charity, 10%. Cora, 0%. The language was specific. Future children, whether known or unknown at time of death, biological or legally adopted by testator. Left the email open on my laptop accidentally when I went to shower. Heard Cora yell from the living room. What the hell is this? Me walking out into lit. What's what? This email. Future children unknown, you wrote me out? Me? Oh, the will update. Yeah. You can't just change your will. Actually, I can. It's my will. We're getting married. Her face went pale. What's that supposed to mean? You told me to have kids with someone else. I'm planning accordingly. I was just frustrated. You told Piper months ago we weren't having kids, that I changed my mind. Caught. Her mouth opened and closed like a fish. I was gonna tell you. When? After the wedding? After I'd signed up for a lifetime of no children? You're being dramatic. I'm being practical. You don't want kids with me. Message received. She spent the night at Piper's. Good, I had documents to sign. Wednesday, she came back with reinforcements. Her sister Gemma. Gemma, you're seriously ending things over hypothetical kids? They're not hypothetical to me. Cora just needs time. She's had 3 years, and apparently months of lying about it. She loves you. She loves the idea of me, the wedding, the lifestyle, the stability, not the actual future we planned. Cora, that's not true. Then why tell people I don't want kids? I didn't want them to judge me, so you threw me under the bus instead? Silence. Look, can't you compromise? Maybe 1 kid? She said 0, made it clear. Maybe I could consider 1, eventually. I'm not negotiating for children like they're a car purchase. They left after more circular arguing. But Thursday, Cora tried a new strategy. Came home to her in lingerie, candles, wine. Cora, let's forget this whole thing. Focus on us. There is no us without honesty. I'm being honest now. No, you're panicking because the wedding deposit is due tomorrow. Bullseye. Her seductive face crumbled. You're really going to cancel our wedding? What wedding? We want different futures. I picked out my dress. Me should have picked honesty instead. She threw a wine glass. It shattered against the wall. I started recording on my phone. You need to leave. This is my home too. Your name isn't on the deed. You're a guest who just threw a glass at the wall. I wasn't aiming at you. Still property damage. Leave or I call the police. She left, but not before. You'll regret this. I'll make sure of it. Update 2 Friday morning, woke up to 12 missed calls from my mom. What did you do to that poor girl? Morning to you too, Mom. Cora called crying, said you're leaving her because she can't have children. The audacity. Me, she can have children. She doesn't want them with me. She said she has fertility issues. She's lying, Mom. She told me to have kids with someone else. Maybe she meant adopt. She's lying. Took 20 minutes to convince her. Then Dad called. Then my aunt. Cora had started a phone campaign, painting herself as infertile and me as the villain, abandoning her over a medical condition. I sent the family group chat 1 text. Cora is not infertile. She chose not to have children and lied about it. Please don't believe her narrative. Then muted it. Had bigger problems. Got to work to find HR wanted to see me. HR, we received a concerning call about your behavior. Me. From my ex-fiancée? You know who called? Educated guess. What did she claim? That you're exhibiting erratic behavior, making threats. She's concerned about your mental state. I pulled out my phone, showed them the video of her throwing the glass. Who's exhibiting erratic behavior? I see. We'll note this as a domestic dispute. No action needed. Strike 1, failed. Saturday, found out she'd been more creative. My neighbor knocked. Neighbor man, just FYI, some woman was here yesterday asking questions about you. What kind of questions? Neighbor, if you bring women home, if you party, weird stuff. Said she was from a background check company for your work. What did you tell her? Neighbor, to get lost. Seemed sketch. So she was trying to build some kind of case. For what, I wasn't sure yet. Sunday revealed the plan. Got served with papers. She was suing me for a breach of promise to marry and intentional infliction of emotional distress. The damages she wanted, $75. Her wedding deposits that weren't paid, emotional trauma, and loss of consortium. I actually laughed. The server looked uncomfortable. Me, thanks for this. Have a good day. Called my attorney immediately. Attorney, breach of promise? What is this, 1950? These claims are garbage. Counter-sue for defamation over the infertility lies. Me, let's do it. But Cora wasn't done. Monday morning, walking to my car, found all 4 tires slashed. Security footage? Conveniently corrupted from 2 to 5 a.m. Filed a police report. Couldn't prove it was her, but come on. Tuesday, the fertility clinic called. Clinic. Mr. Last name? Someone called claiming to be your fiancé, trying to cancel your appointment. Me, I don't have a fiancé. Please note that unauthorized persons are trying to interfere with my medical care. Noted. See you Thursday. Wednesday, came home to find Cora inside my house with a locksmith. What are you doing? Changing the locks on my house. Locksmith, she said she lost her keys. She doesn't live here, I own this house, here's the deed. Showed him the documents on my phone. Ma'am, I can't continue this. I'm his fiancée, I have rights. You have no rights. You're trespassing. Locksmith packed up and left. Cora didn't. You can't just erase me. Watch me. I'll tell everyone what you really are. What's that? A manipulative bastard who led me on. I wanted kids. You knew this. You lied about it. I changed my mind and lied about it because I knew you'd leave. There it was, the admission. So you tried to trap me in a marriage under false pretenses? I loved you. You loved what I represented. Stability, security, a wedding, not me. She started crying, not sad tears, angry tears. I gave you 3 years. Based on a lie. You'll die alone. Better than living a lie. Update 3. The resolution Thursday did my appointment at the fertility clinic. Weird milestone, but felt like taking control of my future. That evening, Cora made her final play. She showed up with her parents, full intervention mode. Son, let's talk man to man. We're not family, Rick. You're throwing away something special. I'm avoiding a lifetime of deception. Cora made a mistake. She knows that now. It wasn't a mistake. It was months of deliberate deception. She was scared. Of what? Honesty? I was scared of losing you. So you lied to keep me? How'd that work out? She'll have 1 child. Compromise. I wanted 3. She wanted 0. 1 isn't a compromise. It's a hostage situation. You're being cruel. I'm being honest. Something your daughter couldn't do. Then Cora played her last card. I'm pregnant. Everyone froze. No, you're not. I took a test. Show me. I threw it away. Convenient. Take another one. I don't have to prove anything. You're right. You don't, because we haven't had sex in 3 weeks since you told me to have kids with someone else. Her parents looked at her and cabre. The lie was obvious. Cora, are you pregnant or not? I might be. Cora? Fine, I'm not, but I could be. We're done here. Leave my property or I call the police. They left. Rick looked disgusted. Diane was crying. Cora was screaming about lawyers and lawsuits. Friday, my attorney called. Her lawyer dropped her. The fake pregnancy claim was the last straw. So the lawsuit? Dead in the water. We're proceeding with the defamation countersuit. Saturday, got a text from Piper. Piper, Cora's lost it. She's telling everyone you're gay and that's why you want kids without her. That's creative. Nobody believes her anymore. The pregnancy lie was too much. Sunday, peace. Actual peace. Changed my locks with a reputable company, installed cameras, started packing up the few things Cora had left. Final update. It's been 2 months now. The dust has settled in the most predictable way. Cora's lawsuit went nowhere. Her lawyer officially withdrew after the fake pregnancy stunt. She tried to represent herself, which went about as well as you'd expect. Judge dismissed everything with prejudice. Can't refile. My defamation countersuit? Settled out of court. Her parents paid $15,000 to make it go away. Apparently they were horrified by her behavior and wanted it over. Used the money to pay off my car. The fertility preservation? Done. Weird peace of mind knowing that's handled. Already talking to an adoption attorney too, exploring options for the future. Single dad path isn't easy, but it's honest. Cora? Spiraled hard. After her parents cut her off, the fake pregnancy was their limit. She moved in with Gemma. That lasted 2 weeks before Gemma kicked her out for trying to seduce Gemma's husband. Yeah, she went there. Last I heard from Piper, Cora was dating some guy she met at a bar. Already talking marriage after 3 weeks. Told him she never wanted kids anyway. He has 2 from a previous marriage. That's gonna end well. She texted me once last month. I could have given you everything. Except honesty and children. You'll realize what you lost. I lost a liar. I'm good with that. She didn't respond. The ring? Sold it. Legally mine since she broke the engagement under false pretenses. Used part of the money for a vacation. Went hiking solo in the mountains. Met a woman there. Funny enough. Iris has a 6-year-old daughter. We're taking things slow, but she laughed when I told her the story. Said at least you found out before the wedding. My family came around once the truth was clear. Mom apologized for believing Cora initially. Dad just said, "Dodged a bullet, son." The house feels different now. Lighter, redecorated the spare room, the one Cora used as her meditation space. It's set up as a kid's room now. Optimistic? Maybe, but it feels right. Moral of the story? When someone tells you to have kids with someone else, take them literally. They're telling you exactly who they are and what your worth is to them. The entitlement to think she could lie her way through marriage, trap me in a childless future, then play victim when caught, that's not love, that's manipulation. And kids? They're not negotiable when they're your dream. They're not something you compromise on or lie about. They're future humans who deserve to be wanted by both parents. The will? Updated and finalized. Future children unknown remains. Because someday, somehow, they won't be unknown anymore, and they'll be wanted, fully, honestly, no lies required.